This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Nacogdoches Chamber Stakeholder Conference call. Today is January 23rd, and we have a good lineup of updates and a wonderful speaker. My name is Kelly Augustine, President and CEO of the Nacogdoches County Chamber of Commerce. You probably heard this call is going to be recorded. It'll be available later today on our YouTube channel. We have invited the media to monitor the call or to have access to the recording later. And I also ask if you would please keep your phones or mics muted until it's time for your report. So we're going to start our call today with a presentation from our Main Street manager, Tori Huddleston. Tori has reached her 1-year anniversary mark in Nacogdoches. It was nice when I got to meet her. She was very enthusiastic and ready to take over the Main Street program. And I know we all value our Main Street. We understand what a draw it is, what a gem it is, how our out-of-town visitors as well as us residents just love our brick streets and that historic area. Before she made her way to Nacogdoches, though, she was special projects coordinator in Plainview, Texas. She was there for about 7 years. She worked with their Main Street program. She also worked with the Convention and Visitors Bureau there. She worked in marketing for the city of Plainview, and they also managed a historic theater. So she certainly had some good experience that she could bring with her to Nacogdoches. Here's a fun fact about Tori you may not know. She is a Ben. She is a born in Nacogdoches. So welcome back to Nacogdoches, Tori. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, and I am glad to be back. I got back here as fast as I could. It just took me a little bit of time to get back here, but I'm happy to be home. It's definitely been a fun year, and I am really excited to see the rest of my time here grow and learn more about Nacogdoches and be able to be part of the community. So today I wanted to share a fun event that we are starting this Friday. It's the Nacogdoches Main Street Super Bowl, as you can see on your screen. We took a little bit of fun, creative liberty and created something that was kind of close to the Super Bowl, but we made it with soup. The first thing that I kind of explain to people about this event is think burger battle that we do in the fall, but with soup. So it's our downtown businesses or downtown restaurants specifically getting together and battling out for their best recipe in a specific category. So in the fall, it's burgers. Right now, we're doing soup. And I've been working really closely with the guy upstairs to make sure that we have plenty of cold and rain and make it the perfect soup weather for y'all. So yes, everybody's been wanting soup. I've heard everybody say that to me, so it's been the perfect timing for it. So our downtown Super Bowl starts January 26th. That's this Friday, and it goes all the way through Super Bowl Sunday, February 11th. And so a little bit more information about it. So same thing, just think burger battle, but with soup. That's kind of, I keep telling people that. You go and pick up a stamp card if you want to test out all of the soups and judge and be entered into a drawing for either $100 or $500. This is how you do it. You grab a stamp card from either the visitor center or you can go to any of the participating restaurants, and then you go and try some soup. You tell them that you want to get the Super Bowl soup whenever you go into the restaurant. They'll either ask for your card to stamp it, and your card will look like this. It has a list of all of the restaurants, and they have little personalized stamps that they'll go through and stamp their individual location. If you don't have a card, ask them for one. Every location has probably about 90 cards that they can pass out. If they don't have one, get one from another restaurant or get one from the visitor center and make sure that you have your receipt so you can say, hey, look, I tried your soup. Please stamp my card. But once you've tried all the soups that you either want to try or all of the soups on the card, you turn it in. Simple, easy peasy. You take it back to the visitor center, and then make sure to fill out who you think had the best soup, your name, and your phone number. And if you want to be included on any marketing emails that I do about downtown, you can put your email on there as well. And on February 16th, we will draw for the winner of the cash prize drawing. At that same time, we'll announce who won the Super Bowl challenge. So here you can see, I don't know if you can see my mouse moving. These are all of the restaurants that are participating. We have First City Cafe, Annie Pasta's, Cottage Restaurant and Bar, and they have new owners, so that they're super excited about, they're very excited about participating this year. We have Dolly's Diners, Poppy's Tex-Mex and Cantina, Pemberley's at the Jones House, Roma's, and Stonehouse Kitchen. And Pemberley's won the Burger Battle in the fall, so they're ready to try and claim this title too. So make sure to test theirs out. But something that is really important to know is however many restaurants you go and get stamped on your card, that's how many points the restaurant you vote for will receive. And that's how we are tabulating who wins the Super Bowl, is how many points, whoever has the most points wins. And so if you went to 5 restaurants and you voted for First City Cafe would receive 5 points. Same with Dolly's Diner. If you had 8, you went to all 8 restaurants, Dolly's would receive 8, and so on and so forth. And for the cash prize, which is what the customers are excited about, is if you go to about 4 restaurants, you'll be entered into the $100 drawing. If you go to 5 or more, you'll be entered into the $500 drawing. And so ultimately, this is a really big marketing campaign to get people to eat local and be in our downtown. And so we're trying to push that incentive of the more restaurants you go to, the higher the chance you could win a bigger prize. And so it's really just a fun little fun, friendly competition between our restaurants. They get a trophy at the end of it. So really they get the bragging rights and the pride of being the winner. And so that's what our restaurants receive. They get customers in their door and more people kind of learning about what we have to offer in downtown. Something that we did this last year for the Super Bowl is I went through and kind of did a rough estimate on how many people turned in their cards and how many restaurants they visited for the Burger Battle. And for the Burger Battle alone, we had about $8,000 spent on burgers within 1 year in downtown. And so whenever you're thinking about that, they're getting drinks. Somebody in their party probably didn't buy a burger, so they got something else. And so it's kind of a really good idea. It's not hard numbers, it's just a good idea of what was spent in downtown during the Burger Battle in September and October. And so again, our restaurants, they saw an increase in traffic during the Burger Battle, and I hope to see that again for the Super Bowl. They're all gearing up and getting their supplies ready and getting their recipes tuned up for you, and they're really excited to have everybody test out their new soups. And so for more information about the Super Bowl, we have a QR code here. This goes to the Visit Nacogdoches website. We partner with them quite a bit for events that Main Street does. They put it on their website so that you can have a little bit more information about our events. It kind of sits easier there than if we put it on the city website. More people want to go to a visitor center website instead of a city, just because it's a little bit more fun. But this kind of gives you all the rules and regulations, more information about how voting happens. We will have the big reveal on who the winner is on February 16th. And so from February 11th through about the 15th, you have that time to get your card turned in with your vote written down. And so Friday at noon on the 16th, we will go on Facebook Live on the Main Street's Facebook page, and we'll announce the winner of the Super Bowl, and we'll draw for the $100 and the $500 drawing at the same time. And so it's cash prize, and it's as close as cash as I can get to. It's a check. But as soon as we draw the winner, as soon as we're done with the Facebook Live, I call the winners, and we have the check ready as soon as we can, with general check request policies here with the city. But the winners for our burger battle in the fall, they were very excited. They were shocked that they won. And one person said he's never won anything before, and he won at the burger battle. So he was very, very happy to get some money back for it. And so that's about it for the Super Bowl. I get those confused quite a bit, so sorry about that. But it's going to be a fun time. It's the perfect weather for soup, and it's going to be. I'm excited to see the turnout for how much is spent in downtown for soup alone this year. So it's going to be a super fun time.
Nice play on words there, Tori. So on the website, do we also get to see the types, more information about the individual soups themselves?
So I am asking for that.
I'm sorry?
I'm asking for the restaurants to provide their soups with just not like every single ingredient, but what it is. So as soon as I get the restaurants information about the soups that they're providing, it'll be on that website, and I'll even share it on the Main Street Facebook page so that everybody can see it and try and get that information everywhere.
Yeah, I think with Burger Battle, half the fun was coming up with these unique items to offer. It seems like our downtown restaurants really have a knack for getting creative with their recipes. So I look forward to seeing what they're going to come up with on the soup.
Yeah.
Did you want to mention anything about an upcoming event downtown?
Yes. We also have the Main Street Wine Swirl that is on April 13th. This year's theme is PJs and Pinot. So wear your best pajamas. If you have any footy pajamas or slippers that you want to take out, this is the time to go to an event comfortable. You don't have to dress up really frilly. You can wear whatever you want and drink wine, have some amazing appetizers, have some great shopping with some of our downtown vendors. And tickets this year range from $25 for the appetizers only. We had a great turnout with inviting our local restaurants to come to downtown and provide samples for people attending the wine swirl. It was part of a ticket deal. If you could do appetizers only, if you are not wanting to drink, unable to drink, not old enough to drink, that's the ticket that you need. If you just want to do the True Blue wine ticket, that's only $45. For wine and samples, if you want to do both of them together, best of both worlds, that is $60. And then we have a VIP ticket this year that is $150. And we have a couple more things up our sleeve for VIPs that's going to make it a really fun event for them.
Very cool. Does anyone have questions for Tori at this point?
Hi, Tori. This is Anita from Expo. I don't have a question for you, but I was going to let you know that since I've been hearing you talk about this, I went ahead and posted it on the Nacogdoches County's Expo and Civic Center's Facebook page and also my personal page.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Feel free to share however y'all need to. So thank you so much.
Anita's a great example. Thank you, Anita. Hey, I'm going to take just the opportunity to congratulate Tori also on a successful downtown statewide conference that she hosted. I know your board was thrilled to have that many downtown folks from across our state in our town. So thanks for showing it off and making that a good experience for everyone involved.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Tori, please stay on the call. You can listen in, and I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing our screen if that's okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. While I'm working on that, I'm going to move on to our SFA, Stephen F. Austin State University reports. We actually have a couple of folks on the call today. Dr. Jason Reese with College of Business. Would you like to give us a report, please?
Sure, I'll try to do as broad a report as I can, and those that are at SFA can chime in as they go. So a couple things that have happened since our last call. One, the semester started back, so you probably have noticed more students on the streets and in stores, hopefully. And so they started back class last Thursday, the 18th, and really in the first full week this week. And so good to have them back. Obviously, at SFA, they're our main clients, and you can tell the impact it has on the local business community as well. I kind of talk about a couple special events that are going to come up between now and our next call. One, this weekend is this Saturday. There's a couple of things happening, but one thing we only do once a year, and that's SFA Gala. SFA Gala is this Saturday, the 27th. In the evening, and this event, if you don't know what it is, it's a formal event hosted by the SFA Foundation, black tie event, in which we are having a formal dinner and honoring, and most importantly, honoring our donors that have given a lot to SFA to help us achieve our mission. And then obviously a lot of fun of dancing to live music. And so that's this Saturday. So hopefully we'll see some of you at that event as well. Also, kind of some update from an athletics perspective, because I like athletics and many of y'all do as well here at SFA. We've got a big game this weekend. Gary Lee can probably chime in on that one, I'm sure. But a big game this weekend. Currently, our men are ranked number 2 in the Western Athletic Conference, our conference. And we're playing the number 1 team on Saturday here at home. So it's a Cram the Coliseum event. So you can come out, get really inexpensive tickets to come watch a really good basketball game. That game starts at 6:30 p.m. this Thursday. Then on Saturday, they're actually playing again against the number 3 team. So we're playing really the best 2 teams in the league. They're playing at 2 p.m. against California Baptist. And so come out, support. Our men are home and our women are on the road, so they'll be back soon after that. So obviously join those folks as well. On another event, and this actually is a crossover of SFA as well as the College of Business and the Chamber. The Business Development Series will be hosted on January the 30th. That's a week from today, and that is in the evening. And really the focus of this session is to provide marketing basics for small businesses. So if you're a small business or know of all other small businesses that oftentimes don't know where to start when it comes to marketing, we're going to have a business development series to help kind of provide some takeaways for these individuals and businesses alike. So this event is hosted on SFA's campus in the newly started ACE, which is the Arnold Center for Entrepreneurship here in the College of Business. So it'll be on the 3rd floor of this building. You can park anywhere on campus on next Tuesday night and walk in. We'll have signs set up. But that'll be a great event. We do ask that you register through the Chamber website. You've probably seen it on social media posts as well, or just shoot us an email or give us a call. We can get you registered. With that, I'll be moderating that session with 3 panelists. So good news is you don't have to hear me talk much. I'll kind of help the panelists, ask them questions. Our 3 panelists are Dr. Amy Mahaffey, who is a lecturer here in marketing at SFA, and she'll be talking a lot in her experience with social media marketing and elsewhere. Also, we'll have Brittany Vinson, who's with Tomei Catering, and you've probably seen Tomei around town. And then Olivia Kritzy, who's with Loblolly Properties, and she'll be on the panel as well, talking about her business and how marketing impacts them. So it'll be a good panel. So I encourage you to come out. Again, that's 6 p.m. a week from today, Tuesday, the January the 30th. And the last I'll say is just a plug for our fine arts. If you go and look at SFA's calendar, you'll always see something happening on campus. Just this week, really, and into next week, there are several events this Thursday. If you're not going to do basketball, you can always go out and watch a piano concert at 7:30 p.m. On the 2nd was a film series that's showing the film Selma. That's in the Cole Art Center at the Old Opera House at 7 p.m. And then also a guest pianist at the Cole Art Center on Friday the 2nd of February as well. So try to go and take in. Obviously, SFA, as you all know, is a great benefit to our community. And so we got some great events going on. So that's what I have. I know it was mentioned earlier, I think from Misty, the search for the president does continue. For those that don't know that process, I'm not involved in that process, so only what I'm telling you is what I've heard, is that they're in the process of interviewing candidates right now to then propose to the University of Texas System Board of Regents, which and then they'll interview a finalist and then present that to the campus community for a date to be determined. So that's where we are in that process right now.
Great report, Dr. Reese. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you jumping in. We also have from SFA's Carey Center, Monica Loa. Monica, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry I popped in late. I had a user error issue with the link, so that's my bad. I am so excited to report about the summit, although some may have noticed that I was not there. Our household came down with the flu and the freeze, so we were struggling a bit last week, but I heard really good things about the summit. Carey is partnered with Texas Forest Country Partnership, and we were excited to co-host this year at the 18th annual summit here on campus. Like I said, we had quite a few registrants. I believe the number came out about 150 of attendees that day. So we were super excited to see everybody, especially with all the weather issues, SFA closures, things like that. So I hope everybody enjoyed the summit. The panels were a little diverse, a little different than the past years. So I hope that was well received. I've received some feedback, and the feedback so far is that it was fun, it was a little different, and everyone enjoyed it. So we appreciate any other feedback between now and next year's summit that we will hopefully be well involved in as well. I did want to say from some of those conversations, last year during the summer, we had our Fred Forum for Rural Economic Development series that we did a blitz in each of the 12 Deep East Texas counties to kind of talk about economic development, how SFA as a whole, but Carey specifically, can kind of help with each of our rural counties. And so we are doing a follow-up of that this spring. Our dates are set in April, and I'll be sending invites out shortly in the next coming weeks. So we will have Dave and Kelly from Longview Chamber joining us again, kind of outside, but neighbors to our Deep East Texas counties. And so they'll be helping us kind of reconvene all the county leaders and talk about what we've done since then, feedback that we've received, throughout this past year, and how we can move forward. I have the report that we compiled from our Fred Blitz from 2023. And so if anybody needs that electronically, please let me know. If you weren't able to come to the summit, we have an electronic version that I can send out as well. So again, that just kind of encompasses the information that we learned, some data and kind of perspective, and some plans, and hopefully some productive ideas and strategic plans that we can implement in all the counties. Otherwise, we're busy. Again, I'll mention our March 7th Travel and Tourism Summit. We are super excited to bring that. We are still finalizing the agenda, but as soon as we do, I'm going to send that out as a fun teaser. Hopefully it'll look fun and exciting, and everybody will want to join. So that's from Carey.
Thank you, Monica. Yes, you have some things going on. I did attend the summit. It was a wonderful day. I actually made several new contacts at that event, and opened up some opportunities for some chamber events. So thank you for your work on that. Right, Cassandra Stokes with our Small Business Development Center and Angelina College is on the call, and I believe everything was working. I saw she dropped some information in the chat box. And good morning, Cassandra.
Good morning. Yeah, I just want to say that we had several clients that attended the event, and it was very well received. They had very positive comments. Thank you so much for all your work doing that. And we look forward to attending again next year. So
absolutely, and I'll share that sentiment to Nancy and Tanya from TFCP as well. Great. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Well, our mission at the Small Business Development Center is to help small businesses start, grow, expand, survive, and thrive. Our services are always confidential and free to our clients. In addition to serving our clients with business advising, we also offer small business sessions where we do different educational topics and training topics. And we've got a lot of great things coming up this year, but in the chat, this month includes a basic bookkeeping webinar, and it's going to be offered in both English and Spanish. And it will be held via Zoom on Wednesday, January 24th at 2 p.m. And so we're super excited to be able to do this in Spanish as well. We're partnering with the America's SBDC to make that happen. And so that's super cool. We also have, last year we did our first client fair where we invited community partners from the different counties to come in and look at some of what our client successes are. And we are setting that up to do that again in March. And I'll have more information on that as we get closer to that. So, yeah. That's it for today.
That's great, Cassandra. Thank you for your work. It's good to see you in Nacogdoches. I know you're doing a lot of good things in East Texas too. Any questions or comments for Cassandra? We're going to open it up to Ms. Anita Scott from our Nacogdoches County Exposition and Civic Center. Is there anything going on, Anita?
Oh, there's always something going on out here, Kelly. As I speak, we are in the process of our first phase of putting the sound treatment on the walls. And so if y'all remember how echoey it was, and it still probably will be some because we'll have a phase 2 and 3. So that's what we're doing right now. If you hear some beeping and stuff, it's the lift, them working in the big room. So that's what we're doing today. But for February, we have February the 9th, Love Inc. is hosting their annual fundraisers, the Cherished Blessings. Then GNS Gun Shows, February the 16th through the 18th. Delta Waterfowl is hosting their annual event, February the 23rd. K-12 Virtual Learning Academy will be here at the Expo, February the 26th through March the 1st. And then the Nacogdoches County Steer Show is February the 29th through the March the 1st. And then we have our Nacogdoches Pro Rodeo on March the 21st through the 23rd. And I see we have Jimmy Day on the call. We have R&K Distributors is having their Live After 5 on March the 27th. We have some other events happening in February as well, but I know we'll have another Zoom meeting between now and then. But I just wanted to make sure everybody's putting the rodeo on their calendar. That's a big community event, and we're working really, really, really hard on those sponsorships and all the details of the marketing. I heard Mr. Rees talking about. I need to be attending that. I need to send me and my ladies that's here in the office. We need to be in there. But in that series that he talked about, that's all we have for now. If y'all are interested in any of these events, I didn't go into detail on them, so go to our website at nacexpo.net or go to our Facebook page, and we keep up with all of our events there, and so you can go there or give us a call at 936-564-0849. That's all I have for now, Kelly.
Great, Anita. We look forward to being at the Expo Center, and congratulations on the sound upgrades. I can't wait to hear that in action.
Right, it's was much needed.
Well, you have a wonderful space, and it's great that we can use it for so many different things.
That's exactly right. I know we just got done with that career day with the kids. That was a lot of fun.
That's
A
great.
lot of fun. We had a good time with the kids.
Next time we see our county commissioners out and about, we'll give them a pat on the back too.
Yes, absolutely. I saw Mr. Dolly here.
All right. Well, thanks again, Anita. now we're going to hear from our Nacogdoches Area United Way President and CEO, Caroline Garner.
Hi, thank you, Ms. Kelly Augustine. I know Ms. Anita Scott was chomping at the bit to talk about an April event out at the Expo Center, but she's limited to her calendar just going ahead so far. But I'm going to go ahead and jump there because we are very excited to be in the throes of planning for the annual Do Dat Barbecue, again, out at the Expo on her fine facility. Yes, it is just perfect for our event. We are looking to, again, fill that midway, I suppose we call it, where the fair sets up with barbecue vendors. You think you know barbecue until you make the rounds there and taste all the different variations on that theme. But anyway, yes, it's still 3 months away. It's going to be on April 27th. That's the last Saturday in April, as is tradition. Mentioning it now because it's time for you to think about getting a cook team together. Well, put it on your calendar regardless if you want to come as a guest or a cook team. But it is so much fun. You come out there that we do have judging in 3 categories of chicken, pork, and beef. There's a trophy for the winner of each category. We have blind judges. They're not really blind, but you know what I mean. They don't know whose stuff is coming in. It's all very secretive. It just comes in by ticket numbers. They have no idea if it's their best friends or their worst enemies barbecue, and they just judge it on taste and appearance and texture and professional culinary judging aspects like that. So anyway, we're looking to add a little bit. We had a great turnout last year in spite of the bad weather. We know since it was bad weather last year, this year it's going to be just beautiful, perfect weather. And we are trying to plan an outdoor expo as an addition this year, and maybe something else too. We'll talk about in the future when things get submitted. But anyway, look forward to that. If you want more information about how to be a cook team, you can contact me or look online at our website, unitedwaynac.org. There will be a link. Also, we have a Facebook page for Do Dat Barbecue. And let's see, also, just FYI, we manage the Emergency Food and Shelter Program for Nacogdoches. That is a federal grant from FEMA to United Way Worldwide to local United Ways. We manage the one here in Nacogdoches County. And just want you to be aware, we are bringing another $27,000 to Nacogdoches County through this grant. That is the direct funding from the federal award. There will be additional state set-aside funds. And last year, we were able to get $35,000 that went out to work at 4 different agencies, partner agencies that help in the area of day-to-day emergencies. This is not hurricane type emergencies. This is for people who have situations come up in their life where all of a sudden they can't pay their rent or they need more food, etc. So that money has last year went to Family Crisis Center, Hope Food Pantry, Senior Citizen Center, and Salvation Army. Anyway, so this year we are putting the applications out for that soon, and that is the money for through that program. On top of that, we allocated over $200,000 to give out to 19 partner agencies in the areas of health, education, and financial stability. That will happen in 2024 because of our generous United Way donors who met our campaign ask in the fall and then some. And so we had set a goal of $250,000. We have met that goal. I'm very proud and grateful to say that, proud and grateful of all the donors, all the campaign managers. Thank you to all of you. We are having a celebration at our thermometer, and this is for anybody who wants to just come and celebrate the good things that happen in our community thanks to United Way and its supporters. It will be this Thursday at 3 o'clock at that thermometer. You know which thermometer I'm talking about, on Campaign Sign Corner. We are not political campaigning, but we fundraise campaign. And so our campaign sign is that big thermometer there across from the post office. 3 p.m. this Thursday, we're just going to have a very brief but exciting special gathering to watch the mercury go through the top of that thermometer. So join us if you can. We'd love to have you. That's all I've got, Kelly. Thank you.
Well, that's exciting. We'll see you on Thursday afternoon. Sounds great. All right, I think I'm going to introduce one of the most unique organization leaders in our community. Not everybody has a sawmill sixth man, and we do in Nacogdoches. Well led by our Gary Lee Ashcraft. Good morning, Gary Lee.
Morning. Can you hear me all right?
Just fine.
All right. This is a picture of my dog Asher in his watermelon cone. This is what I've been obsessed with. I came home from a meeting this morning and he had eaten the watermelon cone. And so he is now back to his vet cone and not real happy with me. So Caroline told me to scoot back and you can see my head better. I can't because he's asleep under my chair. So Sawmill Six Man is doing fine. Like Jason said, we're playing the #1 team on Thursday at 6:30 at the Coliseum, the Sawmill we call it, and it's Grand Canyon. And we have fought hard with Grand Canyon. This team is interesting to me. I've watched the Lumberjacks for a long time, the basketball team. And this particular team, I know every one of the guys, and they're wonderful guys. They're really, really, really good. They're #2 in the WAC, Western Athletic Conference. But what they like to do is they'll come out and get a big lead at the half. And so I sit back and order another beer and hot dog, much to my wife's chagrin. And then they lose that lead and they win by 2 points or 4 in the very last minute of the game. And this is why I've been to Pocalaw quite a bit about my heart. It is just bizarre what they do, but they're a fabulous team. Our job, or my job, as an outreach coordinator, the Sawmill Six Man is called a collective. I think I've said this before. We're a NIL, name, image, and likeness organization. We fund the basketball players, athletes, college athletes are funded now. Last year, I finally got some data. We raised about $89,000 or so. We paid out 50 or 60,000 or so. Carolyn knows how good I am with numbers. And what that translates into is not $1 million for some high school player. It translates into a couple $100 really on the average for each player a month. And those players have told me, Gary Lee, I'm kind of their little old guy that takes care of them, that money is a life changer for us because athletes, all of them, soccer, bowling, whatever, our athletic department is outstanding. Our teams are always nationally recognized. These guys and women work really, really hard at their particular, discipline, and they don't always have time to make extra money. The only one that has is a guy named Nana on our team, and I see him at Susu's Popcorn, which there's a shout out for those guys. They're very, very good. Kelly, you're giving me a look like, what does this have to do with anything? I'm trying to make it as fun as possible. I thank you for the opportunity to get Sawmill Sixth Man on with you all, and I encourage you to tell your friends and everybody to go to the games this Saturday or Thursday, I think, is called Cram the Coliseum, and you can get in for $5 a head. That's pretty easy to find somewhere in your billfold, and you'll watch about an hour and a half or so of very fast, interesting basketball. So please come out Saturday. Let's see who we play Saturday. He said Cal Baptist, they're #3. Grand Canyon's #1, so it's going to be a Super Bowl of sorts for basketball these next couple of days. Kelly Axum, thank you for allowing me to be on. If anybody has any wild questions about my dog or about basketball, you just please ask me. If you ask me a rules question, probably can't help you. I'll transfer you to one of the coaches. So there you go. Thank you much.
Thank you, Gary Lee. It's great to have you involved in Nacogdoches. I just shared in the chat the link to our online chamber event calendar. You can actually mess around with the search field and see all the community events that are included on the calendar too. It's open for you to share yours as well. Does anyone, I want to give the opportunity or open the door for anyone that I may have missed, or maybe a business person. I see we have several from our business community on the call today. If you have an announcement or anything you'd like to mention, it's open to you. I saw Jimmy Day pop up there with R&K Distributors.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, okay, cool. I was just gonna let everyone know we'll have flyers coming out, but March 27th on a Wednesday will be our Alive at 5 at the Nacogdoches County Expo Center. So come on out, it'll be a good time. We're gonna have a lot of prizes to give away this year.
There's no doubt.
Beer.
Yeah, there's no doubt it's going to be a good time. I'm impressed with the product you bring and the good business networking that we get to do there. It's always a fun time to catch up with people I haven't seen in a while. All right.
Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Thank you, Jimmy. Anyone else? I have to bring up on Thursday morning, we are going to hold our Eggs and Issues. This is our monthly membership meeting. We will have a candidates forum for our Republican primary elections. The participating candidates in the forum will include candidates for the 420th District Judge seat, the County Commissioners Precinct 1. I believe there's 3 candidates running for that. And then also our state representative seat, District 11. So please RSVP now for that. It starts at 7:30 with breakfast at the Fredonia Hotel, and then the forum will probably start before 8 o'clock, just so we can get everyone included in that. It will be moderated by Dr. John Hendricks with SFA Mass Communications. Right now, going on now, is Operation Thank You. This is an annual effort by our Chamber of Commerce to do a few things. Number one, to reach out to all of our members and say thank you. We appreciate your involvement in the Chamber, what you contribute to Nacogdoches through your business. We make sure everyone knows that the new publications will be arriving soon, that they can carry those in their office, use them, have them at their desk. That includes the Nacogdoches Guide and the official map. If you haven't seen nacogdoches.org in a while, please go there because it is fresh and new. We have our new theme, thanks to Point A Media, now showing on the website. And a lot of good information is found at our website, nacogdoches.org. We also take the opportunity through Operation Thank You to conduct our annual membership survey. This is time for our members to tell us what's going on in their industries, their concerns, their challenges, and their victories, and what they're doing, maybe looking forward to in 2024, what they're wanting the Chamber to look forward to in 2024. So please be looking for a call from one of our great volunteers, possibly followed up by an email. We will have what Dr. Reese mentioned, our business development series will be Tuesday, January 30th at 6 o'clock. It is free of charge, by the way. And then we'll be holding our first ribbon cutting of the year for Take 5 Oil Change on February 1st at 4:30. That's also on the calendar. So along with that, we are preparing for some other big events. We have Chamber Days in Austin with Lufkin and Angelina County Chamber of Commerce that will be coming up in February, as well as the Lone Star Legislative Summit held right here in Nacogdoches, Texas on April 4th and April 5th. And you should be seeing more on that coming out soon as well. So I believe I've covered a lot of our chamber events. Please, just like you can call Anita, you can call here too. If you need more, please call 560-5533 or stop by. We're open 8:30 to 5 Monday through Friday. Thank you guys. We're going to sign off now. Have a great rest of your week.